Ratnasari, and I'm Mawapres of Jabal University, and I'm English department student at the 6th term. And now, I'm going to talk about the youth's role in preserving culture and art of Aceh. Indonesia is located in Southeast Asia between Malaysia and Australia, and Indonesia consists of many islands. There are about 13,000 islands. That's why this country is called Nusantara. Nusa means islands, while Antara means among. Indonesia has several large islands, such as Kalimantan, Sumatra, Java, and Sulawesi, and each of them is lived by many kinds of ethnic groups who have different culture, language, race, and religions. And talking about the culture, we cannot ignore religions because these things give much influence in creating a culture, such as Pesiju, Maulid, and Takziah. In Indonesia, there are 5 religions that are admitted. There are Islam, Catholic, Buddha, and Christian. And Indonesian people are only allowed to worship one God. That has been said in the first point of Pancasila, Ketuhanan Yang Maha Esa. It means Indonesian people believe in one God. Back to talk about the culture. Every culture exists for a reason. It is created to represent what a generation of a group of the people has been done before, and that becomes the characteristic of that group. Says Aceh people. Aceh people live with strong Islamic culture. Everything they do is good and strike away in Islam. And also in another culture, like the food, attitude, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they dress. Each of them is influenced by Islamic law. But if we live what our ancestors have been done before, it means we have forgot what we must be truly. And this thing is really happening now. The way Aceh people get dressed is not look like the Muslim do. The strong values of Islam will be a history that will be taught to the young generation for 10 years later. Aceh, as a province that has many worldwide traditional and ethnic dance, is a big change with Western culture. From aspect getting dresses, dance emotions, and anything else that influence the characteristic of Aceh dance. And another things, drastic change occurred at the wedding party. We can look back for 10 years ago. Our ancestors celebrate the good and great party that was full of philosophy. Aceh people really care about the guests. They dish out fair foods and serve the guests like a king and queen. But no, Aceh people adopt Western culture in serving the guests. Even they celebrate the party at the building or hotel, whereby the guests have no chance to sit. They just stand up with food and drink both of their hands. It's not look like the Muslim do. They think Western culture is better one than their own culture. Even they say living with their own culture is something old-fashioned, and Western is more up-to-date to them. They prefer eating pizza than timphan, and they prefer to listen hip-hop music than pantun and chae. It is something terrible. We should prevent it before it will be worse and try to make them awake. Actually, what they do is not what to do. They live their own culture. It's same as they lose their own identity. What kind of person without identity? And as young generations, we have a big role to keep our culture for others. It is something terrible. We should prevent it before it will be worse and try to make them awake. Actually, what they do is not what to do. They live their own culture. It is same as they lose their own identity. What kind of person without identity? As young generations, we have a big role to keep our culture for others, so it will be brighter like as before. To prevent that ongoing for a long time, no reason for us not to put this as a serious problem and look way out for this. And as young generations, something we have to do is to revive our culture, not to neglect it. And as youth, we have to take this all back. We must get our destiny back to our hands. So, another culture cannot touch our young generations. And as young generations, we have to shine Sharia and Islam in our final land brightly. And the government also influenced in rebuilding the lost identification of Aceh people. And the government should apply the lesson about the brightest historical of Aceh to let them know what Aceh is fought through. Should come together to make something merry with Islam ways, musabaka, Islam competitions, da'wah, sedati, saman, and anything else. Those all purpose to grow realizations in society and young generation heart for bright future. We must come together to bring Aceh as Rambi Mecca to shine brighter and more well-known in our country and worldwide. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.